All right, that was a little unnecessary, but it was pretty fun. Now, this isn't the normal way that you would get a nail in your tire, but eventually everyone gets a screw, nail, whatever, in their tire causing a flat. This would mean you have to take your car into a tire shop to get the holes in your tire fixed. Could be 40, 50 bucks. And that's if you're lucky. If you're not lucky, you may get a nail in a spot where you can't get the tire repaired and you have to replace the tire. That can easily be hundreds of dollars. Fortunately, however, there are many different repair kits available today that enable you to do easy DIY repairs on the side of the road. And some of them even claim to be a permanent repair. Today, I'm going to be testing some of the top budget-friendly tire repair systems and see how they stack up against your grandpa's sticky rope tire patching kit. Now, there are more professional systems for plugging tires, but unlike these DIY kits, those systems require specialty equipment that only tire shops have. Now, these kits are designed for punctures in the tread area of the tire, which is only one of 4 ways that your tire can leak. So make sure you stick around, and I'm going to show you how to diagnose all the different ways your tire can leak and if you can repair them yourself. So the first kit that we're going to test is basically a fancier version of Grandpa's kit with the gooey strings. And this system has been around for a long, long time. I've used it a lot in the past. They're just tried and true. I've had one in my motorcycle side bag for like 8 years and it's still good. I've used it many times. Now, this specific kit is $14 on Amazon, and we're gonna put a link to that in the description, as well as all the kits we're testing today. So obviously the first thing we gotta do is pull this nail out, make room for our patch. Just try not to hit myself in the face when this pops out. Okay, so now I'm gonna use the reamer tool to essentially enlarge the hole to the right size and also just push the wires in the bead to the side. So this is the part where it's actually nicer when the wheel's mounted to the car, so you have a stable base to push on. All right, so now that our hole is the right size, I'm gonna prep my strips to go in. Okay, so now I'm gonna get the lubricant and I'm gonna put a little of that on my tool. This is just gonna help it get into the tire better. This is the part that I really hate about this system. It's just so messy. These things are covered in like a sticky goo and you're shoving this through this hole that's filled with gooey lubricant. All right, so I'm gonna pull that halfway through, make sure it's still lubed up. So this is where you gotta be careful not to go too far, but I'm gonna push it in until there's just about an inch or half an inch of thread sticking out. Okay. And now I'm going to use this little sliding piece, which is a fancy feature, to hold the rope down as I pull the handle back out. Now the hole is plugged, but I'm gonna cut off the excess with a razor blade. They didn't include one, which is a bummer. And I'm just gonna go flush with the tire. And essentially these little ropes are coated in a vulcanizing compound that it's supposed to just bond with the tire and be a solid patch. Now, there's no claims of how long you can drive on these patches, but I've seen reviews of people have driven tens of thousands of miles, the life of their tire, and never had any problems with these patches. The next tire plug system that we're gonna try is a very popular one, and it essentially injects a little rubber mushroom into the tire where the head of the mushroom is on the inside, so the tire pressure holds it in place. The sticky rope one is actually the only system that I've used before, so this is new to me. Comes with instructions, but they were absolutely trash. I had to look up videos online. All right, so what I wanna do first is unscrew this injector. Then I'm gonna put one of the mushroom tips inside with the assistance of this little nozzle. Try not to touch the mushroom as much, it's coated in the lubricant. So once I get that in here, I set it aside. Then I'm going to prep this tool. It's just basically a spike with a thread on it so I can get my little funnel attached. Set that aside. And now I'm going to, just like the other kit, pull the nail out and get the reamer going. A little spit. Now I can unscrew this, and now's where I screw my insertion gun in. This is gonna force that plug through the tiny opening of this funnel and it'll open up on the other side. I make a gun version of this, but I just didn't like how cheap the gun looked, and I saw a lot of reviews saying that the actual gun part failed. So I opted for this. It's a little bit like simpler and better built, and I'm really pleased with how this is machined. And starting to feel resistance now as I'm pushing that plug through the narrow part. Just gonna keep cranking until it bottoms out. And now I should be able to pull this whole thing out, leaving the plug in place. I'll loosen this hand a little bit just in case it's pinching. And there you go. Now this kit came with a cute little razor, which I really appreciate. Makes it nice and easy to cut this off flush. Hole number 2 is plugged. I do kind of like how this one turned out finish-wise compared to the sticky rope. Now this kit doesn't make any claims on how long you can drive on a patch like this, but I did read a lot of reviews, people driving thousands of miles with no problems. One note, with bigger holes, the sticky rope patch kit can actually be stacked. You can put multiple plugs together for bigger holes or more oblong holes, whereas people didn't have as great success with trying to do multiple mushroom patches. The next system that I'm going to try is by Dynaplug. This is an American company that claims that this will permanently repair 98% of tubeless tire punctures, which is a crazy claim. They also offer a full warranty on this system. There's other variations of this kit, but this is the basic one. You can pick it up for like 20 bucks online. All right, so this kit that I have comes with 3 extra tips, but there's also this one inside the handle. And basically, the whole system is based on this special rubber compound attached to a brass tip that drives through the hole. And so you set that into here, screw it on. And as you can see, there's a lot less parts to this than the last 2 kits. It's really simple, literally just a handle and a tip. So it's kind of cool. I don't think I'm making any progress. Yeah, it's really tight. Oh, there we go. Whew. Okay, so now I just pull straight out and it's supposed to leave the tip and thread inside. There it is. Again, they've got their specialized compound. It's not a glue, but it's supposed to fuse with the tire. They say if you have a larger hole or some sort of an oblong hole, you can add up to 4 of these plugs. So because of this system, I didn't have to ream the hole out any bigger. It left a lot smaller plug. It was just a lot more work. And the last note is they do sell oversized tips. You would just buy the new insert here and you could put in bigger plugs for bigger holes if you needed to. All right, the last kit I want to talk about, I am very curious to try because all this little kit is a collection of plastic screws that have like some rubber in the threads, and you slather it up with super glue and you just screw into the hole. This kit was 10 bucks, came with 8 screw plugs of 2 different sizes and a tube of super glue, and that's it. When it comes to bigger holes, I don't recommend stacking these together because of the wider heads on top, but they do, like I said, include a larger size in the kit for bigger holes. Okay, before I lose too much air, it's got a little Phillips head. I find my hole, so I'm just putting it in until it feels flush or a little bit below the surface of the tire. So I basically replaced a nail with a screw in my tire. Now these things seem very temporary. I read a lot of reviews where people actually had them start leaking in after just a couple days of driving. So this is definitely something you want to just use to get home or to a tire shop. Now, before we get into the summary of those 4 tire patch systems that are designed for the tread area, I just want to briefly go over 3 other areas that your tire can leak. And in diagnosing any leaks, a bottle of soapy water is going to be your best friend because when you spray that over a leak, it's going to blow bubbles and show you where it is. So the first area I want to talk about is the sidewall. Now that can be anything from here all the way to the rim. It can be nails and screws, but more often it's something like a sharp rock or a curb that rubbed and cut through the tire. And you can actually temporarily patch this with some of these kits that we've talked about, but they're not going to be permanent because there's so much movement in that area of the tire, but it might get you to the tire shop. The next area where a tire can leak is right here where it beads onto the rim. And that can come from rust or rocks or debris getting in between the tire and the rim during tire installation if someone did it poorly. Or it can also happen if there's an impact to the rim and it gets bent and it's not sealing properly on that shoulder. Again, little soapy water will show that right away. The last area where a tire can leak is going to be around the valve stem, both where the stem goes into the rim, there can be failure, as well as the valve core itself. So that little button in there that you press to let air out, that can start leaking as well. Again, soapy water will show you right where it is. Here's my final thoughts on these tire patching kits. We started with the sticky rope kind, tried and true, and I think it's still a very good option, very versatile, probably always gonna work, but it's got a lot of parts and it's kind of a mess. Then we have the super technical Robo Mushroom Fixer, which I really like the repair where you get that big mushroom ball on the inside of the tire to keep the plug from moving. And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort with this screw mechanism. But it's pretty complex, probably something you'd more want in your shop rather than in the glove box of your car. Then we had the Dynaplug, which was super streamlined, very little parts, very easy to do, but did take quite a lot of effort to get pushed into the tire. My only thought is that they do sell kits that come with a reamer attachment, which may have made the insertion easier. So I would really like to try that kit in the future and see if that makes it better. And then finally, we had the super simple screw plug method, which was kind of a mess, but oh so very simple. Now, which kit would I choose? I would have to go with the Dynaplug, especially if I was able to get a reamer attachment that would make that insertion easier. I just love how compact it is. I could hide this anywhere, glove box, probably gonna replace the old patch kit in my motorcycle bags, just because I love how simple and lightweight it is. And I especially love that they are claiming that it's gonna be a permanent fix for my tire, which suits me because I'm cheap. I wanna patch my tire once and be done with it. But at the same time, because they're so cheap, I would probably grab a set of these for each of my cars, throw them in the glove box, so that if someone else is driving, my wife, whatever, they could patch a tire real easy with a Phillips screwdriver and at least get home. Which kit would you use? Let us know in the comments. And speaking of tires, you're gonna wanna check out this awesome video we made on how to diagnose that annoying tire pressure light that comes on the dash and how you can fix it for cheap.